All right back again for another episode of the McBride collection. I want to show you guys a stack, a pretty large stack I want to get through here, so I'm going to keep moving pretty quickly. Some psych rock, some rock, symphonic rock, some prog rock, jazz, and some jazz fusion. So it's going to move real quickly through here. Playing in the background is Quicksilver Messenger's first album. This debut album is killer. This is going to be on the turntable a few more times. This is on a green Capitol and came with a cardboard inner sleeve, or along with the sleeve it came with like a cardboard insert. There's the guys there. Really good rock. This is a Capitol reissue, but this album, although I like some of the Quicksilver Messenger from their later stuff, this early stuff is really blowing me away. It's too bad I haven't heard it sooner. This is the tea set. This is on a very interesting label. Not sure if this is the original sleeve or not. Ma Belle Amy. But this is pretty good. It was all right. But this Colossus label is really interesting. I don't think this is the original sleeve that it was in, but it's not polylined. But this Colossus label here looks pretty cool. The tea set. Might see this around. I see this turn up at the record store for a few bucks. Nice. Decent psych rock. It's on the immediate label. It's got a promo pinhole in it. It's a decent album. This is the Hello People Fusion. Very interesting cover. Decent album on a Philips label. It's on the old Philips label. Don't think I'll be playing this too often though. I really didn't get into it. It kind of opens this way, and then the record slides out from here. And the old Philips. I've already made it this far, so I might as well show you the label. Okay, moving right along. Got this garage rock band. I think I showed Garner or somebody showing this before. This garage rock band, the Good Rats, out of New York. This is on the Cap label. This album was solid. Nice heavy vinyl, very clean, great condition, and just some great garage, it's just hard rock, garage rock. It's just really good stuff. This will be on the turntable again. Procol Harum, Grand Hotel. Which one was this on? It's on the Chrysalis label. Moving on to some rock here. Another Procol Harum Home. See that turn up on the VC every now and then. Some Sammy Hagar. It's really excellent copy of Rolling Stone's Beggar's Banquet. It's a reissue because you've got the gold trim here. But this thing is in great shape, and it's on the London label. And this thing is just beautiful condition. And this is the one with Sympathy for the Devil on it. Gatefold. Just immaculate, near mint condition. And so is the vinyl. London Records sleeve here. And then it's on that blue and silver. This is just in great condition. It played very nicely. And also included in this, I think McBride just added this, but I don't know if this really came with the album or not. It had a little fold out here, some concert pictures. Very excited to have this one in the collection. Some more rock. This is Traffic. Todd Rundgren. It's got the custom cut sleeve. Humble Pie. I don't listen to their later stuff very often, but this is their debut album, and this album is great. This is going to be on the turntable a few more times. Humble Pie with Peter Frampton. Great rock. I would even say it's even more of a psych rock. And this is on the A&M, the older A&M label. Great debut album. This is their first press. Really happy to have this one in the collection. Can't wait to get it back on the turntable again. More Humble Pie, Lost and Found. This is where it's basically 2 albums in a double LP set. This has got the hole punch, and this is a white label promo of Humble Pie, Lost and Found. Near mint, the vinyl's in near mint condition, and very clean copy. The cover would be near mint if it wasn't for the hole punch. But a couple solid Humble Pie albums there. Speaking of Peter Frampton, got When to Change. This is on the A&M. Frampton's Camel. It's on the A&M again. All right, changing gears to some prog rock. I got some PFM. Now, McBride did have the original PFM album on the Italian press. Sold that for him about 4 or 5 years ago, but not before I cleaned it and listened to it. Amazing album, and it fetched and commanded a pretty high price. But the PFM was excellent, and this is my copy now. This is on a Manicore label, and this is just really great prog rock. Really good listen. This will be on the turntable again soon. Eddie Jobson, Zinc, 80s keys, high-pitched voice from Eddie Jobson. He played with Jethro Tull. It's supposed to be called the Green Album. It's okay. That won't be on the turntable very soon. Ha! This one. This album is fantastic. Saw it recently on the VC. This is Ian McDonald and Giles. This is on a what is that? Cotillion label. This is in really good shape. It has some ghosting on it and some imperfections, if I remember right. Cleaned it up. It does have some imperfections, but it played really nice. This album, folks, if you see this album, pick it up. This is great. I mean, the guys from founding members of King Crimson, and this is original press, and it's also supposed to be mastered. This particular one is mastered by George somebody. It's supposed to be really good, but it sounds great. And this album, when you listen to it, it says these guys, nobody tells these guys how to record an album. They just do their thing, and this is just a great listen all the way through. Just excited to have this in my. I love the album artwork. It's just really cool, and really excited to find out the pressing that I had, was a desired pressing, and it just sounds great. I switched out the, this is just a little poly sleeve that I added. It does have the original sleeve that it came with inside. And again, this is just a near mint condition and sounds awesome. But check that out, McDonald and Giles. Solid album. Tubes. That was the only Tubes album that was in here. Focus. Really like this album on the Sire label. And this one is called Ship of Memories. Really good instrumental prog rock. Good stuff. It's Focus 3. You guys have probably seen this. If you go record hunting, this turns up a lot. I didn't like Focus 3 as much as I liked the previous one. And I really want to get a hold of their second album. Of course, it has their song on it, Hocus Pocus, which you might hear being played on your local classic rock station. I know we do here. Focus 3, I mean, it was okay. It was all right. Ship of Memories, that's just the kind of album that you put it on the turntable, maybe some friends come over, or if you're at a record store, you hear that thing playing, and it's one of those albums, you hear it, you're like, what is that playing? I think I'll buy that. It's really good stuff. Wishbone Ash, this is their first album, and this one is solid. It's on the old Decca label, nice, heavy, clean vinyl, near mint condition, and great listen, great listen. This will be back on the turntable soon. Some ELP, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. You see this one pretty often. This one is Works. It was okay. Double LP set. Genesis, Foxtrot, early Genesis prog. Gatefold, excellent condition. Rick Wakeman's The Six Wives of Henry VIII on the old A&M label. Then Rick Wakeman's Journey to the Center of the Earth, a Jules Verne novel on the newer A&M. Was this Bloodwood Pig? I'm not sure. It's okay. It's a pretty good listen. It's on the Chrysalis A&M label, and it has that A&M sleeve. The Adam and Eve sleeve, I mean. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to change gears to do some jazz. Came across this one. You might think that I saw this, I was like, well, is the name of the band Solid State, or is that the album? No, that's the record label. I don't know why the record label is bigger than the artist, but this is Jimmy McGriff's The Big Band. And I pulled this out, and this is the original 1966 press of this awesome jazz album. Just big jazz sound, man. I mean, it's just big. And as a bonus, I slide this out. It's a Solid State label. It has a polyline sleeve, and this copy is just immaculate. I dropped the needle on this thing, and it just sounds fantastic. I mean, horns, big jazzy, big jazz, old-time jazz feel to it, and has some slower moments on it, and just a great album. Had a lot of fun listening to it. Really excited to have this. You pull out a late 60s album, and it's thick, and it's clean, and just has some great jazz music on it. Really happy to have that one. This is the Tony Williams Lifetime. It's sort of jazz, sort of rock. It was okay. The old Bums Rush. The Tony Williams Lifetime. Female vocalist on this album is pretty good. On the Polydor. This one was really cool. I've got The Path. Yeah. I listened to this last weekend and just had a lot of fun listening to this. It has a nice little insert that kind of tells the story here. You've got Ralph McDonald has his grandparents up here and his mother. And on the back here you see him with his grandmother in 1977. But it has this nice little insert where he calls this one The Path. I don't know if that's Marlin or Maryland, like maritime, because it has the ship on this custom label. It's pretty cool. But as I listen to this is just great jazz. The percussion. Sometimes disco gets in there a little bit on the first side and a little bit on the last song. It kind of took me out of the music for a little while. But dropping the needle on side one, it just kicks into this great percussion. I mean, this is just really good stuff here. Check out this album if you can pick it up for a good price. Polyline sleeve, great condition. And it sounds good too. What was this inner sleeve? This inner sleeve was really interesting because he talks about kind of where the music comes from. Ralph McDonald's The Path is a musical story of a family. It's a story that spans 150 years, 2 continents, 3 cultures, 5 generations. Oh yeah, the calypso. It also has some steel drum work on it, where he says his great-grandfather was partly responsible for bringing that sound into New York. But if you see this album, pick it up. Nice little story behind it. And really good music, minus the disco. Bill Buford, One of a Kind, pretty good album. Bill Buford from Yes. And then now on to some fusion, great jazz music there. Passport, Cross Collateral. Really good jazz fusion. If you can find Passport albums for just a few dollars. I happen to have this one. The Infinity Machine. 2 copies of Cross Collateral. I have to see which one's in better shape. And then farther into these, the early Passport is better for me than the later, but this is their mid-80s album running in real time. It's kind of light, but it's really good jazz fusion, rock jazz fusion, really good stuff. So, hey, thanks for checking out the latest episode of the McBride Collection. We still got a ways to go, and just exploring this music has been a blast. And there's been some real gems in here, and just the flavor of music is a little bit different for me, and it's just been a lot of fun. So everybody on the VC, take care. I'll be right back with another episode. Take care.